no mercy on us. He just prosecuted. Ezekiel 36. So we talking about this mistress of witchcraft. That's all she is. We know that Esau Edom's a well-known cross-dresser. So he's still the mistress of witchcraft. Even, okay. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus says Yahweh power, because thy enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Skip to verse 5. Therefore, thus says Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumean, which have appointed my land unto their possessions, with the joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. So we know them people out there right now that's possessing our land, they're not the ones that's rightfully supposed to be over there, but the Lord let them, do it for prophecy's sake. But he's sure gonna root them up out of there. Lamentations 4. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So it's a done deal for you, partner. So, like he said, rejoice and be glad. Have your fun right now, because in a minute it's gonna be over for you. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captive, who captive they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in that day, Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage where thou was made to serve. So the Lord gonna give us rest, and he gonna make them our servants. The mystery of witchcraft. Let's jump to 12:22. We still at Isaiah 14. We're gonna jump to verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So that's who this mistress of witchcraft is trying to be like the Most High. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. Yes, so we here, we're still here. The ones they brung on the slave ships. You know, we still here. We still they prey. And it's a bloody city. He ain't nothing but a robber, a killer, a thief, a liar. Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that builded a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. And that's what this city is, established by, blood and iniquity. Behold, it is not of Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall worry themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, as the waters covered the sea. Yes, and the point was, woe to him that builded a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. And that's what this mystery of witchcraft have done. Esau, Edom. We know that he's a well-known cross-dresser. Okay, Nahum 3 and 4. And this the star verse for the night. Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft. And that's Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Yes. And that's who Esau, Edom is. Because of the multitude of whoredom, of her whoredom. She going around whoredom with all the nations. Of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, said Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abomination, filth upon thee, and make thee vow, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Yes, so the Lord's going to set you as a gazing stock when this happens. Revelations 18 and 8. Therefore shall her pledges come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is Yahweh power who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who has committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yes. Obadiah 3 and 8. Strange weaves in a garden. Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee, even thee to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, says Yahweh, even destroy the wise man out of Edom and understanding out of the mountain of Esau? So the Lord, he's destroying this understanding out of Isaiah 29:14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise man shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent man shall be hid. So the Lord's he's hiding his wisdom from them. Right now they donkeys. Habakkuk 1:5. Donkeys and honkies. Habakkuk 1:5. Behold, ye among the heathen, and regard and a wonder marvelous, for I will work a work in your day which ye would not believe, though it be told you. So even though the prophets is out here telling it to you, you ain't gonna believe it until it hits you like a storm. Micah 2. Micah 2. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light, and practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So they wake up, pinky in the brain, trying to take over the world again. Revelations 13:9. If any man has an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So that's what we waiting patiently for, to have people like Vocab Malone as our slaves, Go ahead, get in the field, boy, and do master's work. Get your hands dirty. Jeremiah 23:5. Jeremiah 23:5. Behold, the day cometh, says Yahweh, that I will raise until David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. In his days, Judah shall be saved. Ooh, let's get shit out of me. And Israel shall dwell safely. This is his name. whereby, let me run that back on top. Yeah, the old bike rider. In his day, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Lord of righteousness. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Isaiah 4:1. Yeah, he had a quiet bike. He's a creeper. Isaiah 4:1. 1-6. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When Yahweh shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. And Yahweh will create upon every dwelling place of Mount Zion, and upon her assemblies, a cloud and smoke by day, and shining of flaming fire by night. For upon all the glory shall be a defense, and there shall be a tabernacle for a shadow in the daytime from the heat, and for a place of refuge, and for a coverage from storm and from rain. Yes, yes, yes. So we got that coming. Zechariah 14:11, our last verse. Zechariah 14:11. And man shall dwell in there, shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. And this shall be the pledge where Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Yeah, that's that judgment day, Sarakana. Yeah. And it shall come to pass in that day that great tumult from Yahweh shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against hand on his neighbor. So all these houses, y'all take pride in all these beautiful houses, but your neighbor gonna lay hands on you because he know you better than your wife do. He been watching you for 5 to 10 to 15, sometimes 25 years. You been his neighbor, and he know everything you know. He know what pants you wear on Saturday, what shorts you wear on Sunday. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathens round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in the great abundance. So we gonna get it back. We're gonna gather it all up. And so shall be the pledge of the horse and the mule, of the camel and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents as this pledge. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be no pledge wherewith Yahweh will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all nations that come not upon to keep the Feast of Tabernacle. In that day shall there be upon the bales of the horses holiness unto Yahweh, and the pots in Yahweh's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yea, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto Yahweh of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and see it therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanites in the house of Yahweh of hosts. So that was, the lesson about the mistress of witchcraft. We know that Esau Edom is a well-known cross-dresser. And with that, we're going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shalom.